Alright, big game today versus Ajax. They're a good team, a tough team, but so are we. We can do this. Hello? Lolo? Bonjour? I thought you were Spanish, mate. You're moving to France. You couldn't have decided to do this before game day of the Champions League qualifying playoff. Unbelievable. Well, au revoir, mate. Gotta go. I'm getting another call. Hello? Alright. Stop shouting. Who is this? Ignatievic, what's wrong, mate? Yes, I did reject a bid from AC Milan for you. Mate, why would you want to play for AC Milan when you can play for Bala Town? Hey guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to Season 11, Episode 2 of The Impossible Dream with Bala Town. And today we are playing Ajax in the Champions League playoff. And I'll be honest, things have started to go horribly wrong as we enter the last week or so of the transfer window. Lolo has left us. He's joined St Etienne. It's a club record, 6 million transfer fee, potentially rising to 7. You can see there after 50 games, and a percentage of the next fee as well, potentially. I mean, if you look at it from just a sort of the business side of things, last season we signed him for 1.4 million, and we sold him on a season later for 6. So, you know, from that point of view, it works. But he was really just solid at the back for us, and we're really going to miss him. We really are going to miss him. So that's, and especially literally game day. He decided that was going to be the what he wanted to do. And Ignatievic is also unhappy. If we go and have a look here at dynamics, Ignatievic is unhappy that we rejected a bid from AC Milan. So hopefully he'll get over that. Mackmeyer wants to start more games. I think we have, we're in the process of, he's happy, so that shouldn't be a problem for too much longer. Connor Gosney, I'm trying to sell him, but just no one wants him, which is a little bit of a problem. And Ryan Murphy, he will be leaving. We've agreed to deal with him January 1st. He is off to Nottingham Forest for £2 million. So that's sad, but good in that we really did need to move him on. So that is roughly where we're at. Now, we have played one game since last episode. We got our Premier League season underway against the New Saints. Not the easiest way to start. Let's go see how we did. We went in front midway through the second half when Sean Davies crossed for René Felge. Vukovic found Marcus Wade at the near post to double our lead, before Cameron crossed for Vukovic to steal the points late on. So there we go, we did get a convincing win in the end, but to be honest, we were quite poor in this one until basically Allmark got subbed off, and then we really did pick things up. We went 3 up front in the end. Felge with the first goal, Marcus Wade with his first league goal for the club, and Vukovic with a goal as well. It wasn't the strongest team, obviously we are favouring the European fixtures. But it was not the most convincing performance we'll ever have. A quick look at the league table, and we can see there we've played a few games less, or a game less than most of the league. Quick look at the season preview while we're here. We might as well preview the league. You can see we are heavy favourites to win it, ahead of the New Saints, and then everybody else sort of comes down from there. Now, you might wonder why promoted Kefin Druids is 25-1 and third favourites. Now, there was a comment episode or two ago from Congrudi, I think. I'm sorry if I've mispronounced that, whether there was any other professional teams in the league. And as of this season, there is. Kefin Druids are now a professional club. I'm not quite sure how or why they've managed to do that when nobody else has. But there's now 3 professional teams in the league, and they are obviously the first 3 favourites for the league title itself. Now, if we have a quick look at the dream team, it is Bala Town. So that just kind of is what it is. The 2 key players are our 2 midfielders that we've signed. If you have a quick look down any other former players of ours that are there, Kian Peters, former player of ours, so he came through our academy. He's a key player. Anybody else there I recognise? Not particularly that leaps out at me. Ben Jones, I think he was ours last year, wasn't he? So there is one there, but it's a promoted team, so he's not particularly he's a good target man, perhaps. So there we go. That is the season preview for the league. As you would expect, we are favourites, and the dream team is Bala Town. Now, we do have to have a quick update on how the rest of the league is. Actually, we'll have a quick look at what we're expected to do this year. Win the Premier League, obviously. Reach the 3rd qualifying round of the Champions League, which we've done that. We have our Iron Brew Cup third round opponent in Glentoran. Thankfully, the board says that's not important anymore, so that's good. We're expected to win the Welsh Cup, and the Welsh League Cup isn't important, and that's the Wags to go out in that. We saw that we have Care Sauce I think is how I was told it's supposed to be pronounced, not Caesarwus. So I'm shocked that's not how you pronounce it. But there we go with that. Now, the other thing is to have a look is how the rest of the Welsh teams did in Europe this year. And unfortunately, the answer to that question is absolutely shockingly. We come in the second qualifying round. Bengal City unluckily went out 3-2 on aggregate to Rio Ave of Portugal, so that was a decent performance from them. The New Saints lost 2-1 on aggregate to Azerbaijani opposition. That is abysmal. And then if we go down and see how Cardiff Met Uni got on, they had a tough one against Dundee United and lost 6-1 on aggregate. So no one got past the first hurdle this year. That is not good for the Welsh coefficient. In fact, it's devastating for it. Yeah, so it's not good. Not good. We're literally doing it all on our own for this season. Now let's go and have a quick look at what we are doing here against well, how far back do I have to go? Here we go. Against Ajax. We are the favourites, which is promising. But we have some serious issues with the Lolo departure. We have a quick look here. We don't know too much about them, unfortunately. They had a bye up until this point. We're expecting to come out in sort of a 4-2-3-1 rather than with the defensive midfielder there. So that being the case, this is the lineup that we're going for. Now, we've got a serious problem at the centre of our defence because obviously Lolo leaving obviously puts us down as centre-back. The other problem we have is that Lee Goddard, who would normally play in the centre of our European back three, is injured, so he's unavailable for this one. So that would mean we have Juan Me and O'Halloran, which is acceptable, and KDH is sort of next cab off the rank. Now, do we trust KDH to go and play in Europe? I'm not sure we do. So we've had to go with sort of the back four here. So Taniskovic goes in goal. It's Montgomery, O'Halloran, Juan Me, and Ignatievic, who, let's not forget, is unhappy at me, so we don't know how he's going to perform. So that is our back four. Quinn is going to drop in to give him a little bit of protection. Brewerton and Dimov go in midfield. We're going to give a debut to Mamet Kusak. Anyway, so he goes wide right, even though he's left-footed. Riola goes down the left, and we have, of course, the Big Mac Macmeyer up top. We've got Tommy Williamson on the bench. I've had to sacrifice him. We're at home first leg just to make sure we don't concede away goals. Yeah, let's just see how we do. So they have sprung a surprise. We were not expecting this. To be honest, it's not too bad. We should have an overlap in wide areas, and it kind of suits in a way the way we're playing with the defensive midfielder. We definitely want to have him in there, don't we? So that's hopefully going to work in our favour. Gomez says challenge team to pick up where they left off. We've been on a good run lately. Go out there and continue that. We do have a league game against Cardiff Met Uni in between the two Champions League ties, so I'll play that off camera and show you the highlights. And here we go. I'm really nervous about Ajax. I'm particularly nervous in that we can't necessarily play how I wanted to with the departure of Lolo. We are looking to replace him, obviously. But, I mean, we've scored a lot of goals playing this formation, albeit with a number 10. But unfortunately, there's a blocked away for Macmeyer. Big Mac's in, and Big Mac can't find it at the back of the net. Here we go. Dimov over a free kick. Makes you miss Lolo, doesn't it? Good ball into the box. High hanging ball. It's bouncing around in there. It's gone in. Is it going to be given? The referee doesn't look like he's going to give it. And it is offside against Thomas Quinn. But that is still promising. How unlucky were we here? Oh, it's really unlucky. I don't even know if he's touched it, but is that just a sign things aren't going to go our way? We've dominated the early exchanges here, which is good, obviously. My main concern, as I said, is just keeping a clean sheet at home. We don't want to find ourselves needing away goals to go through. We want to make sure that we're sort of, in the tie so that any goal we do score in Amsterdam counts as double for us. Come on, boys, come on. Taniskovic plays it short there for O'Halloran. Spreads it out for Montgomery to come forward. He's got Riola in front of him. Montgomery checks back, keeps possession to Brewerton. In there for Thomas Quinn. Quinn in for Dimov. Dimov, early ball forward, not the best. Brewerton picks up the loose header though. It's there for Montgomery. Can he find Big Mac in the middle? Cross comes in. It's towards the back post. It's there! Oh, and it's Kukic on debut. And he's hit the post. Let's tell him to calm down. A lot of nervous, anxious players there. That's not ideal. We're putting in a really good performance here, but we haven't scored yet. And are we going to go and cost ourselves with a mistake here. Can we? No. Oh, there's a loose pass. Here we go. Moment Kusic. He goes past one. Mackmeyer has it back to Kusic. He's in. Kusic on the boo and he stuck it away. Our wonder kid on loan from Schalke. Yes, not Shakhtar. Schalke gets the goal on the boo. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. It's a loose pass. He pounces. He tries to exchange passes with Mackmeyer. We've just about got there in the end. And it's in the back of the net. Goalkeeper, what's he doing? Just dive at his feet, you wuss. And it is 1-0 to Bala Town. We've taken the lead in the Champions League qualifying playoff. We've deserved it. We've been the better team. And can we double that lead before the break? Dimov with a corner. Decent. It's in there. And it's saved off the line, was it? It's a really good save. I think it was Riola with the header. And that will do it for the first half. We are 1-0 up with Moment Kusic on the boo getting the goal. We've absolutely smashed them to pieces. But we've only got the one. We'll tell him not to get complacent. We've got some stressed out Montgomery. Just relax, mate. You're doing fine. We've got a stressed out Mackmeyer. Dude, just be Big Mac. Don't worry about anything else. We're not particularly happy with Riola. We're not particularly happy with Thomas Quinn, though he's not playing in his natural position. I wonder if we switch him and Brewerton around. Let's maybe try that. Quinn's not as natural in that role as Brewerton is, which is why I didn't initially have him in that position. But let's try it and just see if it works. Big Mac on a booking isn't ideal. Let's demand a little bit more. We're looking nervous and apprehensive. Brewerton there for Quinn. Over to Montgomery. Can he get across in? Where's the Big Mac? He goes back to Brewerton. Brewerton spreads it across there for Ignacevich to Kukic. Over there for Dimov. Out there to Ignacevich getting forward. Cross comes in. Back post. Riola's there. Oh, and it's snuck in. Is it going to be given? I don't know if it is. It's an own goal. It is given, though. That's the main thing. We're 2-0 up. Unlucky on the goalkeeper. Good strike on goal there from Riola. And it snuck itself in at the near post. Ignacevich with the cross. Riola, excellent stuff. It's off the post, off the keeper, in the back of the net. We don't particularly care how it goes in. Riola, I think, really should be credited with that, but that's okay. We can keep a clean sheet now. We've absolutely smashed them. We have dominated this game. We just need to keep the clean sheet. Ajax with a throw. 2-1 is nowhere near as impressive as... What is Kukic doing there, mate? Stop lunging in. It's Ajax. Oh, they've bent one in, and it is 2-1. And that is not what we needed. The away goal has been scored. I wonder if we should go off attacking. It's a lungy tackle there from Kukic. He's done well not to get himself sent off, to be honest. And Hansen has bent in an absolute screamer. He's taken the away goal. And we've come straight back for a kickoff highlight. What we don't want to do is have a good old-fashioned Bala Town European collapse. Here we go. Kukic gets forward. He's done well there. He cuts in. Kukic. Oh, it's a wonder goal. Oh, the goalkeeper ruins it. What a strike it would have been. And the goalkeeper had to stop it. Mackmeyer is having a very, very poor game up front. We haven't seen anything from him. Let's maybe try him on support. Complete forward on support, maybe. Complete forward on attack. I'm tempted to take him off. He's on a booking as well and not having a good time of things up there by himself. Let's show some passion. Dimov over a free kick. He goes for goal himself. It's there. Oh, and O'Halloran's there and he's onside and it's given. Jack O'Halloran with the goal. It's 3-1. That's helpful. That's very, very helpful. Dimov with a really good effort from a long, long way out. Goalkeeper couldn't handle it. Goalkeeper's had a bit of a nightmare, actually, hasn't he? He was really probably at fault for the first goal. Own goal for the second one, and that's poor. Really, really poor. You've got to be putting that out of play. And Dimov, maybe unlucky he didn't get the goal himself. Maybe there's a thought here that we should just be shooting on target if the goalkeeper... shooting on side, I should say, if the goalkeeper is having a poor day. We can't give him a shout. Ignacevich stands over a free kick, goes short to Brewerton. Looks to go down the line. There it is for Kukic, who's looked quite good on the boo. He's looked an absolute wonder signing, actually. He's a wonder kid, so that would explain that, wouldn't it? Here we go, Kukic. Can he pull it back for Big Mac? He's there. It's headed away, or cleared away, I should say. Brewerton for Ignacevich. Do we need our fullback so far forward? I don't know if we do. Riola can't get his header on target. And let's tell him to concentrate. I'm going to take Big Mac off. Let's get Felge up there. Target man for him. And let's see if he can have any more luck as Big Mac hold off in disgrace. How often have we said that? What we don't want to do in stoppage time is concede. a second away goal. 3-2 looks very different to 3-1. Hansen, who bent one in already today. Makina, and it has gone in, and it's offside. The offside flag has saved us. And what's happening here? Is this back? I think we are back live now. Makina has it. Can we win possession here? They're really coming at us, aren't they, late here? Can we nick it and go and get them on the break? I don't know if that'll make any difference now, but it can't hurt. Villar with a big punt forward. It is won by Montgomery. Very well done. All right, here we go. Can we get him on the break? We go back to O'Halloran. To Wan Mi. He looks to get it forward to Felge. Can't find him. Ball over there. Montgomery has it. Just calm it down, boys. Calm it down. O'Halloran in for Brewerton. Brewerton. Touch finder. Line out for Ajax. And we'll get to see how offside was this. He's a mile off. He comes back in. He's just being lazy, isn't he? He's being lazy, and he's cost his team what could have been a very, very important away goal. And that'll do it. 3-1 in the opening leg. We are going to need an away goal in Amsterdam, aren't we, to make it comfortable for ourselves. But that was really, really good. Nobody gave us a chance. Well done. I'm really happy with that. Particularly with the disruption of Lolo leaving on game day. But Kukic on the boo gets himself a goal. He looked an absolute star, didn't he? We may have landed on our feet there. Superb in front of goal. Everman leaves. He comes in and he just looks a massive, massive upgrade, doesn't he? Excellent stuff. Guys, wait right there. I will play through Cardiff Met Uni, show you the highlights, then we'll be back in Amsterdam for the second leg. Duffhead, has the transfer window closed yet? 4 more days? Hello? Mr. Chairman? No, not Big Mac. Sir, please, I beg of you. No, not him. The fans love him. I love him. Please. Hello? Oh, for f***'s sake, Ignatievic, you're not leaving for AC Milan. Go away. Oh, this isn't good. This is not good. Heinz Mackmeyer, he's leaving. He's going to be leaving us. The board, this is the bit I've kind of trying to up the bid now because it's obvious that he's going to leave. So we got 12 million plus a 50% sell-on fee from Eintracht Frankfurt. So I'm hoping he goes there if he is going to leave us. Don't leave us though, Heinz. Please don't. The bid that the board accepted, if we go in here to Heinz Mackmeyer, it was 10 million, this one here from Udinese. So 8 million up front, 2 installments and 40% of the profit of the next sale, which obviously is not as good as the just 50% of whatever the fee is. So that's what they've accepted. I've managed to up it a little bit, and yeah, I think we're saying goodbye to old Heinz, which is a real big shame. Now, it's not all bad news. We have managed to get a replacement in for Lolo, and this is him here, Joel Tony. We've paid 5.25 million for him from Nottingham Forest. He's only on just over 1,700 a week, so the wages are okay. The fee is large. The fans are happy with him, a B+ signing. Let's have a quick look at what we've signed. A promising centre-back. I tried to get as close to Lolo as I could. He's, again, physically quite good, strong in the air. He can pass, but he's not quite there yet. But he's only 18, so that should improve. He's got good work rate, decent positioning. Defensively, the stats are okay. I'm hoping in the future we'll have ourselves a good little ball-playing centre-back, but obviously he's no Lolo straight away, and he doesn't have the benefit. Look, Lolo had to be able to push into midfield if we need to change things during a game, which is disappointing. So he's played 1 game in the Championship this season for Forest before we picked him up, so yeah, that is the man that has come in. Now, of course, we did have the 1 game to catch you up on since last game. That was against the New Saints. The other thing, of course, as you heard in the little intro there, is Ignatievic. He's handing in transfer requests now. Where is he here? Ignatievic. He's annoying me, but we can't get another right back in. So I'm not accepting a transfer request from him. We need him to play. We need him to play well. But we could be losing him before the transfer window closes as well, and that would be a blow because we really don't have anybody else to play right back as good as he does. We can't get anybody. But there we go. Let's have a look what happened against Cardiff Met Uni. We fell behind early to a worldie, but Dixon and Allmark combined to pull us level before Billy Cameron played in Allmark to give us the lead. Marcus Wade put us 3-1 up, before Dixon sent Allmark through to complete a first half hat-trick. And he got a fourth in the second half. So there we go, at least Allmark's back on form and firing, which is good to see. 4 goals from him. Marcus Wade with a goal there as well. We were comfortable, we dominated the game. A little bit nervous to start with, especially when we fell behind, but yeah, we're too good for them, and that's kind of what we expect to happen. Now, if we're going to have a quick look what that means for the league table, you can see there, 2 games, 2 wins. We need 2 more games undefeated now to get 100 undefeated games in the league, which is absolutely ridiculous. So we'll probably come back and see that next episode. But right now, it's all about Ajax and making sure we get into this Champions League group stage. We aren't the favourites for this tie, but you'd like to think we can get through, wouldn't you, having taken a 3-1 lead at home? We still don't know too much about them. Obviously, I don't have the Dutch league loaded up. This is what we did against, or they did against us last time. Again, the scouts are saying they should be coming out in the 4-2-3-1 formation, so we'll sort of wait and see what happens on that one. And this is a team that we're sending out for one last time. We might see McMire and Williamson up top. So Tanaskovic goes in goal. It's Montgomery, O'Halloran, the fit again, Goddard with Wanmi and Ignatievic as the right back. Brewerton in front of them with Quinn and Dimov in front of them. And it's McMire, as I said, Big Mac and Tommy Williamson. Hopefully not for the final time, but it probably is. So we can see the way they're lining up a little bit more defensively minded in midfield. They obviously know that we gave them a hiding last time out. What do we want to say to this? I think it's just got to be a pressure's off, boys. We can't allow complacency, actually. We're 2-1 up, aren't we? We should probably go with that. Some calm, we have faith. And let's get out there. And here we go at the Amsterdam Arena. 3-1 up. I think we do need to get that away goal. And we've got a kick-off highlight here. 2-0. A 2-0 loss at home to Ajax. Or away to Ajax, I should say. That does seem something that's quite feasible, doesn't it? Ignatievic has intercepted that. We don't know exactly what we're going to get from him. He's obviously requested to leave. Hopefully, he's going to sort of put his football first here. Here we go with Quinn. That's a good ball out there for Montgomery getting forward. Montgomery! It's saved by the goalkeeper. Second attempt. It's still there. It's bouncing around. And somehow, the ball stays out of the net. We almost cancelled out the away goal in the first 30 seconds. Dimov to take the corner. Ball towards the back post. It's headed away. Goddard is there. He can't pick it up. Are we going to get hit on the break? It's a good header from Ignatievic. And early signs are he's on his game today. So that's good. That is good. We need him to be professional for us here. And hopefully, we just need to get to the end of this transfer window, don't we? McMire keeps possession there. Back heel flick to Ignatievic. Ball in. Williamson's there and Tommy Williamson. Is it going to be one of these days when nothing goes in and we get our hearts broken? We've got a corner to defend. Asensio knocks it in. That's over the bar. Oh, boys. We've got a goal kick now. Tanaskovic to take. It's there for Wanmi. Across to O'Halloran. Obviously, Tony is a new guy. He's not registered in the squad yet. We will hopefully look to have him registered. Well, we will be able to have him registered for the group stage. And I am trying to get, here's a good ball forward for Tommy Williamson. He's in. Tommy Williamson again. We cannot find a way through. I do have some bids out trying to replace McMire. The problem with replacing a striker is, well, as you know, if you guys have played yourselves, to get a quality striker in, either the transfer fee's massive and the wages tend to be a little bit high as well. Of course, we only pay McMire $1,000 a week right now. I'd love to offer him a new contract, but he has not wanted to negotiate with me all summer. So yeah, it's going to be a bit of a strain on the finance. But if we get the 12 million in, or even whatever it is that Udinese's offering, just under 11, then that's not too bad. I'm going to say I'm not pleased with that. Trying to get a little bit of a reaction. We've got our entire midfield on a booking. That can't be good. We obviously don't want to go down to 10 men, and we certainly don't want to be missing one of those three, particularly Dimov or Quinn, for a first potential group stage game. We've not done too much. I think as part of that is just the nature of this formation as well, where we do tend to look solid defensively without necessarily creating too much. But obviously at 3-1 up, the idea here was to look solid defensively. So that in that sense, we're doing what we want. I do wonder if maybe second half, as Quinn nicks possession, can he play in Williamson? He goes himself, and Quinn, mate, that is so ridiculously selfish. We've not looked great here, have we? We've really not. We've only put 2 of 13 shots on target. I do wonder if Rene Felge could be the option to replace Mackmeyer. He's not as good, obviously. With 10 minutes to go here, let's say goodbye to Mackmeyer. We'll rise as one. We'll give Rene Felge some time here. And if it is the last we see of him, it's not been a fantastic performance to go out on. But, you know, thanks for the memories, Big Mac. That's all we can really say, isn't it? Ball to the back post. Is he offside? He is. An offside flag. Not for the first time this tie has saved us. And we still have our lead. Yeah, it's lazy, isn't it? It's a lazy offside, that one. But it doesn't matter because he is offside. Apologies, it's not been the greatest game, but I'm sure, as you guys know, we've just got to get through the tie. Here we go with Rene Felge. What can he do? Back to Ignatievic. Ignatievic infield there for Brewerton, for Dimov. Across to Quinn. Can we get a late goal, cancel out the away goal and celebrate with a win? There's a good ball in, it's headed away. Quinn has it again. Don't shoot, mate. Is there with Dimov and Brewerton exchanging passes. Back to Dimov. Ignatievic just lost a cracking ball through for Williamson, and Tommy Williamson still cannot find a way through. That was a stunning pass, though, from Dimov. Split the Ajax defence in two, but we couldn't find a finish, not for the first time this game. But as we enter into stoppage time, 0-0 away from home. It's not a classic, but it's enough to get us back into the group stages. We've seen off Ajax. That's a really, really good result for us. Well done, boys. Well done. So Bala Town win the Champions League playoff. Excellent stuff. First leg triumph helps us past Bala. We've got money in the bank, 13.13 million now. That's all going to help the finances, of course. We've got money to spend right now. Look at that wage budget, and we're spending over 100 grand a week on wages as Bala Town. That's ridiculous. Anyway, guys, wait right there. We will end the episode with a Champions League group stage draw. Alright, before we get to the draw, we have some international call-ups. It's good to see Brett Brewerton getting his first call-up to the Welsh national team, so well done to him. And we have signed a replacement for Mackmeyer should he leave. So the transfer is based on the fact it will go through if Heinz Mackmeyer leaves. So 7.5 million for Martin Landieri. You can see we're paying him £7,250 a week. Got there in the end. He's joining as a breakthrough prospect. What I forgot to do again is add the friggin' release fee for 60 million. Anyway, let's have a quick look at what we've got here should the transfer go through. You can see the scouts like him. He's no Heinz Mackmeyer, that's for sure, but he's not too bad in the air. He's a better finisher than Heinz is. He's got decent composure. He'll be good. He'll be good. If we do have to bring him in, he'll be a good player for us. And yeah, we'll see what he does. He's at Cagliari right now. I can never say that name. He's played a little bit of Serie A, so yeah, he's we do have a replacement in the bank if we need it. All right, let's have a look at this Champions League group stage draw. We are still fourth, which is disappointing. How far are we of getting out of this fourth pot? We are not that far. Only, actually, it is a long way, isn't it? It's a long way. It's a big jump from Besiktas to Sevilla there. So we are destined to be in this fourth pot for a while. All right, so first seeds, we have Manchester United, Bayern Munich, Inter, Benfica, Paris Saint-Germain, Barcelona, Valencia, and the team we would like to get in Lokomotiv Moscow, who actually have less coefficient points than us. So let's just skip ahead here. So we want to be Group A. We'll take Group C. And if we have to, I mean, Valencia is probably the next best, isn't it, really? All right, second seeds, we have Chelsea, Real Madrid, AC Milan. Get hands off Ignatievic. It's Monaco as well with City, Atletico Madrid, Celtic, and Juventus. Now, obviously, if we could get Celtic in Group A, that'd be wonderful. No, it's Juventus, so that takes the shine off that, doesn't it? Group C is Manchester City. So suddenly, there's no real great group there, is there? Third pot, we have Lyon, Roma, Lille, so that would mean a reuniting with Rima Miles, Rangers, FC Porto, Wolves, Schalke, and Sevilla. Well, we'll just wait and see what happens here, won't we? So Rangers, so Group A is the one, isn't it? We really, really want Group A. We never have any luck in these things. Group C looks okay as well. Of course, Chaz would be happy if he got to play Manchester City, wouldn't he? He's been waiting for that for, 11 seasons now. So there we go. We want Group A. We really, really want Group A. The rest of the teams here, Besiktas, ourselves, Dinamo Zagreb, Slavia Prague, Red Bull, Salzburg, Dinamo Kiev, Fenerbahce, and AIK of Sweden. Please game Group A. Salzburg get that. Group B, don't really want that. Group C, we don't get that either. So we're going to have got a really tough group here coming up, don't we? Oh, not Group E. No, good. Group F, no. Group G, it is Group G. So, if we look at that, Chelsea is obviously very tough. We beat Porto last year, didn't we? In something. Was it in the Europa League? We beat Porto? I'm sure we beat Porto last season. Yeah, we did. We beat them in the Europa League second knockout round. So, we know they're beatable. Could we beat Valencia? That's a big ask, but it's a tough group. And let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think if we get third, we'll be very happy. That would mean likely beating Porto. If we can get something from Valencia, you just never know. It's going to depend, I think, if Big Mac leaves, how well the new players settle in. There's a lot of if, buts, and maybes that will be resolved ahead of next episode, guys. If you have enjoyed this, please do hit thumbs up. We're back in the Champions League group stage. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And we'll be back next time for... We're going to have to park Europe to the side for 1 second here because we have a chance to do 100 undefeated if we don't lose to Carnarvon, and then Connor's Key will be going for the 100, and then it's Iron Brew. Will we be able to defeat the curse finally, or will that come back to haunt us? That'll be next time, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie Bala. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.